Hello, YouTube subscribers. Today or tonight, whenever you're watching this, I am doing another horror movie review. And as you guys could tell by the title, Terrifier 3, bitches. Yes, yes. I am not hesitating. I'm not lying or anything. First time ever seeing a Terrifier movie in theaters. Honestly, I was so excited because this was my first time going to see Terrifier in the movie theater. Uh, I will say because when my friend introduced me to Terrifier, basically as the ninth circle, excuse me, All Hallows Eve, and the first Terrifier movie was already been seen by some people. As my friend, as I said in that video review of the Ninth Circle, All Hallows Eve, and the first Terrifier movie, I didn't really know anything about Art the Clown until my friend introduced me, and he told me to watch the Ninth Circle, All Hallows Eve, even though I didn't really need to watch All Hallows Eve. You really still don't need to, but it's a fun pleasure to watch. And then the very first Terrifier. Now, and then knowing the second movie was going to be in theaters, but all the way in Yakima. My friend drove all the way up to Yakima. He knew I wanted to see the movie with him, but I told him, sadly, since it was in Yakima, I really didn't want to. That very Christmas, he bought me the second movie, which was very cool of him. And once he said that the Terrifier 3 was going, once again, to be in theaters, and what theaters Terrifier 3 was going to play in, yes, in Yakima, which in Yakima, they weren't just going to play the third one, they were also playing the second one before the third one. But he found out that Terrifier 3 was playing in Kennewick. I mean, not in Kennewick. I wish in Kennewick. In the original Richland movie theater, which him and I checked the Richland theater times. We're like, eh. And then we found out that Terrifier 3 was also playing in Pasco, which we went to the Pasco one and saw Terrifier 3 in the Pasco one. Me, Barrett, and a friend of his, us three, we went to the Pasco theater to go see Terrifier 3. Now, as I basically gotten used to the Richland / the Kennewick theaters with the luxury chairs, I hated when I had to go to the Pasco movie theater for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey Part 2, because how they still had those closed up chairs, and I had Charlie horses from that time. I was afraid that could happen again, and it happened again. So next time, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I know we're probably gonna go to the Pasco one again. Once the fourth one comes out. But Terrifier 3. I do got my negatives, but I do got my positives. Let's get into it. Terrifier 3. My negatives are with Terrifier 3. Most of the kills is the kills great? Yes. And what makes the kills great is how much detail the director put in the kills. Sure. But what's bad about it is how it does feel like it lingers on. Like, sure, the first few kills, okay, cool. That's fine that it kind of lingered on. But some of the others, like, once it gets more and more close to the ending, it's like, why linger on? It feels like, which is cool, yeah, cool. You're making art. You're showing how deep Art the Clown is killing these people, but it, at some point you just had to like shorten it because some kills that I actually truly wanted to see, which sadly was off screen, and that is one of my negatives. I hate when some kills are off screen, especially when you make a horror movie. When you make a horror movie and the director's like, oh, well, okay, well, the trailer is getting a bunch of views on TikTok, which TikTok is a bunch of teenagers, kids, and they seem like they enjoyed Megan. Um, so let's make it PG-13. Kills off screen, or turn the camera away and just see blood spatter. Good. No. Completely off camera for some of the kills, I really do hate, because when I look forward to a horror, like, sure, okay, fine, I will give it this. One or two, fine, can be off screen. But I feel like I feel like there was some too many that was killed off screen. Like, not trying to be mean to the kid, for a kid that is a fan of the Terrifier movies, and as a fan, that got introduced into the second movie as our main survivor girl, that little brother that was also our survivor boy from the second movie. I hated the idea of his kill being killed off screen, because even though he was being a bit of an ass to his sister, he was going through some things. And you know what? If the director wanted to do a part 2 situation, to me that would have been fine, because to me I felt like there was something we should have gone a little bit more as well with the little brother. Like, sure, part 1, which Terrifier 3, could have been showing Vanessa's side, or part 2 could have been showing Vanessa's side at our survivor girl and how she's coping with things. I just felt like, and now rethinking about it, of the whole entire movie, I just feel like it was being quick, it was being pushed, and now thinking about it, of the whole entire movie, of each scene that he was in, it was being too obvious of the little brother to our survivor girl was going to be killed off. Okay, cool. Would have liked to see it. Yes. Would have been sad. Yes. And basically that's part of a horror movie, is that you don't just go for the guts and gore. You also go to be sad. For some character that you may like, that may have survived from the first movie or second and into the other sequel. But for him to be killed off screen, it's like, why? When they show that how basically what was left and what they did, which was basically his head, and what was only left was like this part, like this whole entire part was flesh with one eye, melted flesh with blood of the skull. And it's like, okay, cool, that's the little brother, but why did you do it off screen? When that could have been one of the good kills and saddest kills you could have done, and made more heartwarming to our survivor girl that still end up surviving at the end of this movie. It does explain why our survivor girl from the first movie turned evil. Is because it wasn't up to her. It wasn't because she got mutilated by Art the Clown and she got tired of people talking shit to her about her. It was more of the possession, that basically how Art the Clown is supernatural and I guess he can also possess people. And that's half of the reason why he can come back. If he's linked to somebody, he can always come back. Which I guess that also means our main survivor girl. So once again, we have a Laurie Strode situation. If she survives, Art the Clown can survive. If she dies, Art the Clown can die permanently. So the whole killing kids thing, does he kill kids in this movie? Yes, he does. Am I a fan of it? Not trying to be mean. I'm an uncle to a bunch of nephews and nieces. I've been around kids. I love kids to death. But I'm the type of person where, yes, I don't understand because I'm not a father, I'm just an uncle, or I'm just a person that just really enjoys messed up things. Okay, sure, you can put that, but you can get that across and put that down and put me down because of it. Sure, fine, whatever, I'm not gonna give a shit. But if you stuck a kid into a horror movie, who fucking cares? You have to lay that out. Realistically, lay that out on screen. Mostly because basically, I am gonna be mean. Realistically, in the real world, kids do get hurt. They don't stay safe by angels completely. They don't get shielded. They do get hurt. Kids do die in the real world. So if you're gonna stick a kid, boy or girl, in a horror movie, you're gonna make you have to allow them to get hurt. You have to allow them to die. A bunch of kids die in this one. Is it shocking? Is it the first time Art the Clown has killed kids? No. If you watch All Hallows Eve, he killed 2 kids at the end of that movie. Basically, yes, they were older, kind of like teenagers going into college type thing. Those were in a form of kids, not little kids, sure, and that's where the biggest argument goes to. Is little kids. But there's one scene where he not just kills a mother and father, but a young boy off screen, which sucked. but you get to see what Art the Clown did to the little boy afterwards. Like how terrible the body looked. You get to see how he killed the father. You do get to see how he killed the mom. He kills the little girl off screen, which I was like, okay, 2 kills off screen, fine, I will go with it. Especially because when you heard him killing the young boy, it's like, oh, cool. Yeah, we got to heard it. Okay, cool, fine. Pleasured perfectly. The little girl, fine, I'll let that slide. Second off kill screen. Yeah, so, but I felt like once in the movie they did confirm the skull head that was covered in blood, mostly in flesh, one eyeball, how that was her little brother. That pissed me off because, like I said, he was a main character, someone we connected with from the second movie, someone we actually followed. So and when we see him in his scenes, we see him with his depression. We see him trying to go through something through his depression, and, of not just surviving from the second movie, but also going through this weird phase thing of not just being a survivor, but also trying to ignore the responsibilities that he could have, that he maybe have, just like his sister. Would that been good if it was if this was part one and he was basically the main character, and then at the end of this one we see him die? Yeah, sure, that would have been sad. That would have kind of sucked, but it would have made sense because we connected him even a little bit more from the second movie. We got to see his kill. We got to and especially knowing that he was a real life fan of the Terrifier movies, and he actually got to be in his favorite horror movie, not just one but 2 of his favorite horror movie. And then part 2 could have been all about his sister, just like this one was, where his sister was the main star all through this movie, just like she was all through this movie. And then at the end of that one, we could get sure, we would know the twist. It wouldn't be a twist, and to me that was a good twist, finding out that the Skullhead was her brother. But it still made me mad knowing that was a killed off screen. The action, I do like the action. The movie did have good action. The story plot, it did have a story to tell. The story was good. I did like the story. I just wish we had a little bit more, even more time with the brother. The beginning kills were fun. Most of the kills were fun. I just feel like most of them, the director just lingered on a little bit too much, where I feel like he didn't really have much to film, not really much room to fulfill more scenes. So he just figured, well, let's just try and make almost all the kill scenes a little bit more longer, where it is 2 hours. Where it does seem like 2 hours. So I liked it, all the kills. I mean, the kills were great. Did the whole rumors of people getting up, walking out. My theater was packed. I mean, not like completely packed to every chair, but where me and my friend Barrett and his friend sit at, where we sit at, we were basically kind of surrounded by people. And even though we did hate the people behind us, bunch of freaking teenagers yapping, being loud, freaking annoying us. But more of my friend Barrett, and because but anyway, teenagers. Uh, um, but we still enjoyed the movie for what it was. Is it? Is it? I hate to knock it down, even though I still enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed every kill. I will always enjoy a kill in every horror movie. Doesn't matter. Maybe. I mean, it does matter how you do it in a horror movie, but sometimes it doesn't. As long as I get a kick out of it, as long as I enjoy it, to me that's all that matters. I do enjoy the story plot of what was there. I did hate at the end, which I'm starting to respect and trying to like, as I do like in movies, but I'm trying to enjoy it right there and then, even though I may hate it right here and then, but later I will admit that I do enjoy how it actually did end, because did it end with a happy note? No. It ended with our survivor girl finding out she lost her brother. She lost her uncle. She basically just saw her aunt being killed, which the uncle being killed being killed off screen. I mean, I started to hate the uncle, and would I've loved to see the uncle kill? Sure. Especially after seeing how the body was, I'm like, well, okay. Did I enjoy the shower scene? I mean, it was fun. It was kind of funny how the bodies were getting killed, especially seeing that blonde bitch that was trying to push for a freaking video review broadcast on her channel with her friend. Yeah, no. I was like, I'm like, oh, I so can't wait, because I knew that character was part of the shower scene once I noticed from the trailer it was two blonde kids. Yeah, well, her boyfriend was blonde, she was blonde. Yeah, connection. Her attack by Art the Clown was good. I enjoyed it. Especially how because she was a bitch. Her boyfriend, on the other hand, that's the part I felt bad, but I still laughed and enjoyed, because how Art the Clown started to kill him. It was like really messed up, like jail, like the first like he was, after he got out of the shower and stopped being the shield of his girlfriend and crawling on the bathroom floor, or trying to crawl away, Art the Clown saw him and decided to take the chainsaw and shove it right between his legs while he was laying on his chest and stomach. And okay, I'm like, okay, prison. The worst prison feeling you could ever have. and then Art the Clown flipped him where now he's laying on his back, and then he just like went through the front. That was a funny, good kill. him dressing up as like a Santa. That's cute. This taken during Christmas. Okay, cool. Couldn't care. I mean, it's cute how it takes during Christmas. And it's cute how he's still going around killing people even though it's a different holiday. At least Michael appreciates that. You're not only... Well, you're killing not... Thank you. You're giving me a... You're taking a break during my holiday that I take a part of. And that... So... Yeah, thank you. Now you can go mess up Krampus's and the Grinch holder spot. But do I like this one more than the second movie? Not really. How would I rank all three Terrifier movies? It would basically go Terrifier 1 being all the way on the bottom. Sad to say, I know, but it's all the way on the bottom. Terrifier 2 on the first one on the list. The very first one on top of the list. Terrifier 3 directly in the middle. So basically it would go Terrifier 2, Terrifier 3, then Terrifier 1. How will Terrifier 4 come out be? I don't know if it'll come out on top. I don't know if it will be even more lower on the list. We just have to wait and see. Time could tell. So, I wouldn't mind waiting 2 years for a Terrifier 2. I mean, would it suck with the cliffhanger we were left with? Sure, because we didn't really get a happy ending. We basically, our main survivor girl had the most terrible, messed up ending she could ever have. But I'm waiting for not to wait a year for Terrifier 4. I would like to wait 2 years for Terrifier 4. 3 would be pushing it, like Terrifier 2, but Terrifier 2 was still good for what it was. For waiting 3 years, that was worth it. But waiting 2 years with all the that would be worth it, because waiting 1 whole year, hearing all the hype from the director, I get he was excited, but to me the kills, especially the shower scene that he was really happy for us to see, I didn't really see how it could outbeat the bed scene from the second movie. To me, it's the most lower one out of all 3 movies, because to me it goes, the bed scene is the very top one on my list. The blonde hanging upside down, cut in half scene from the very first movie, then the shower scene from the third movie. But I still, like I said, I still enjoyed it for what it was. I don't completely hate it. I do like the ending, even though at this moment I do hate it too. It's a good hate feeling, because it was a good end. It was a good left off, like a part 1, part 2 situation. So drop your comments down below if you guys saw Terrifier 3. What did you guys think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Is the rumors true? The whole vomit, people leaving. Nobody really left when I was looking around. When I noticed that the room, nobody left the room unless to go to the bathroom or stretch their legs. Nobody puked or fainted. Basically, my whole entire theater stayed in through the whole entire movie, and basically they were fine. So no, I just believe I truly feel like all the rumors we heard from other people about the puking, fainting, and walking out type thing, sure, those parts may be true and with those people, but where I was at, no. Uh, anything Terrifier. Also, the director did say there was a reference from the Ninth Circle, which I truly feel like one scene we got to see this weird demon in a forgery room, like that would be in hell. Uh, I feel like that character could have been one of the Ninth Circle of the devil, of and so not just that, but I have a feeling that character, that small scene could be a reference, could be a form of returning back to the Ninth Circle, making it a full circle. But what was more of a reference is that one of the characters at the end, that this girl riding the bus at night, reading a book called The Ninth Circle. Excuse me, sorry. So that, but anyway, just basically comment down below what Terrifier movie is your favorite. Did you see Terrifier 3? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think? Anything Terrifier, The Ninth Circle, All Hallows Eve, just compliment it down below, because I would really like to know. Also, I would also really like to know, did you guys like how I did this review? Did you guys not like how I did this review? If you guys didn't like it, please tell me what to change. If you guys didn't like this video, hit that dislike button. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button. If you're a old subscriber coming back, I thank you guys to always keep coming back. I will always welcome you guys with open arms. If you're a new person randomly dropping by, please hit that subscribe button, because I welcome all new and old subscribers with open arms. Have a nice day, have a nice night, whenever you're watching this. Peace.